strategies that you can implement to start creating income, whether you're a coach or not, because I don't want you just to do the inner work. I want you to be doing the inner work while you're taking consistent and strategic action. We've done a lot of inner work. Today is our last day, and we're going to bring it home with some of the strategic things that you can do to feel so empowered to follow your dreams no matter what. And then I'm going to do a demo. I'm going to pull somebody up. I have not heard from our winner. So if you're here live, you might be the one that I pull up. We shall see what happens. But we're going to do strategic, and then we're going to do transformational. So we pull it together for you so you have actionable things that actually change your life. This isn't the type of work where you just digest information and you don't change your life through it. I'm interested in you taking steps to follow your dreams. And while the fears come up, you start to do the transformational work around that. This is what I'm a stand for. So you're not just consuming information, you're actually embodying the change and seeing results in your life through this bootcamp, through all of my work. And I want to take a moment to celebrate those of you who are joining our certification program. I cannot wait to hold you in this more personalized container to help your expansion. What an honor, what a gift to get this time with you. I'm so excited. And for those who are interested in joining us, all you have to do is go to alyssanobriga.com/apply and apply. You can still save hundreds. We are actively going through applications, only saying yes to those we feel confident we can support. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me or my team. I'm available. You can DM me. We also are opening up calls for our team to help you get really clear. And there is no pressure to join with those calls, but this is about you coming into your clarity and truth. And we are taking applications until February 12th. And then we close doors for an entire year. So you won't be able to join until the 2027 cohort. And just to give you some grounded, practical things, this isn't a program that we've done where we're like, hey, I don't really know the results. We have grounded stats and results. So 67% of our students join the program without having created clients before. I'm available within 3 months. We also within the first 3 months. 36% of our clients, 67% of our students join the program. There's material for you to start creating clients as soon as you're interested. I know that people want to make their investment back. And again, it's not just about learning, it's about living it and doing it. And I'm going to get strategic on this call to help bring more of that together so that you feel empowered around money as well. And over 51% of our students are making more or doubled their income through our program. And so I want you to really get that this is not just about learning it. This is about living it. That's what's most important to me. And it's not, I loved our demo with Lucy. It's not just about doing the inner work, waiting for the perfect time, and then taking action. That's just avoidance. That's subtle. It's the way of trying to protect yourself. There is no perfect time. This is about you choosing to be all in and doing the inner work as you follow your dreams, whatever is alive and true in your heart around your dreams. So that's the way that you start seeing results, when you're 100% all in. And I love that you're here. You are my people because you are here on day 7. You are showing up for yourself, taking advantage of what's free and available. And I also don't want to have you dabble. I want to call you forward into what you're capable of. So I'm going to do some of that here on this training so that you start to really implement all the things that I'm sharing with you. And so if you have applied, though, you have heard back from us. And if you didn't get an email, just email support@alyssanobriga.com. And again, you can have the business support throughout the entire program if you're interested in starting to create clients right away. So let's dive in, shall we? You guys ready? So first thing I want to highlight and call out are that the number one thing that holds entrepreneurs back from really stepping into what they're capable of is that they spread themselves too thin. They're trying to do too many things at once. And I can't tell you how many people and coaches specifically that I see, they're trying to do a podcast and social media and funnels. You don't need all of that. I promise you there's an easier, more efficient way to start seeing results, start making money, start seeing the impact and building your confidence right away. And that is what I would teach. That's what I teach in my certification program. And some of the things that I taught you in day 3. So if you haven't watched day 3, watch that day. I give you 3 strategies you can start doing to create clients for free right away. The replays are up until February 10th. So binge those trainings. They are there for you and they're good. So you're starting to see that my method is about inside and out. It's got to be both. And so I'm going to just highlight 3 blocks quickly around things that hold people back with strategy. And so then we're going to get into some strategy. So type yes if you're somebody that's like, I need a client, that you've told yourself this story that I need a client. I get it. And I want to lovingly call you out. So when you tell yourself the story of need, that's contraction. And oftentimes it just paralyzes you. You don't take steps towards, but it's an unconscious, it's innocent. It's an unconscious way to try to motivate you into action. It just doesn't actually work. And so if we tell ourselves, I need, oftentimes we'll either move frantically or just be paralyzed. So we want to question the idea that you need someone else, you need something in the future, because without that limitation, you start to see, in this moment, all my needs are met. In this moment, I don't need them as a client. I have options. I have resources. I can choose to get a part-time job. I can choose to create a different client. I can choose, you have options. And we're going to dive deep into this training so that you start to see your options. But you don't need a client, and you definitely don't need them. There are more than enough clients. And I'll help you see that to be true here. Okay, so the other block that I see that's very common is I can't afford it. This training today is going to support you if you have that, or if you ever coach a client around that block, because you want it, your clients are a mirror. So as you move through any of your own excuses, you start to see, I would rather coach you to say I can afford it, or I choose not to. Not I can't, no victim. Okay. So when you are really in touch with the fact that you have choices always, you start to get resourceful and creative, and you step into what to me is priceless, which is your resourcefulness, that you have options. And I'll teach you and take you through that today. But resourcefulness is what's going to change your business, because then it doesn't matter what's happening in an economy or with a pandemic. You got it. You're about bringing value to other people. And I'm always biased. You can always hit your income goals if you are of service to others doing what you love. Just think about money is value. How can you provide value to others doing something that you love? It's just the exchange rate, no drama, nothing to do about you, and no limitation. Okay. And so the third one that I just want to highlight is this: they can do it, but I can't. Question the idea that you can't do it and you're inspired by them. They become an expander. We oftentimes limit ourselves before we even try. And so wake up to the limitations of your mind so that you question them and you say, oh, they can do it. How did they do it? Does that fit for me? Am I inspired by how they're doing it? And then you start waking up to creative solutions around how you can step into it for yourself. Oftentimes, maybe in your family, you are the first to step into the next level of wealth, but you have to do some of the inner work to clear that. Okay. So I'm just going to give those to you lightly because we've done a lot of inner work. Now I want to get into actionable, practical things that you can do to feel empowered, creating money for yourself again, whether you're a coach or not, anytime you want. And so this is going to be something that I want you to play along with in the chat so that you can take some actionable things. You can also take notes for yourself. Phoenix is here. Yes, yes. So good. So it was a big pain point for me around finances, and that's why I'm bringing it up. And I know a lot of you, this can come up for you. So I want you to really get that the power is in you, not the situation. I don't want you to outsource your power thinking you're a victim. No matter what life situation you're in, I want you to be like, I got this. I have choice. And then you know that you can double down on it. Any good coach is going to coach you into what you're capable of. So you're not creating dependency on the coach. You're not outsourcing your okayness to be, you're not the victim and they're the hero, thinking that program or that coach or even that partner is going to save me. This is about you really stepping into what you're capable of in your power. And we're going to do that. And so for this training, I just want to context it. Again, it'll help you whether you're a coach or not, and it will support you in being able to work with anybody that says, I can't afford it. So you have a framework to call them forward into what they are capable of and do this process with them. So I would encourage you to always, and I'm always going to teach you to embody this and do it yourself first. And then you can share it with potential clients so that not only are you going to get better results, again, clients are our mirror. So if we move through our own fears and excuses, we start getting better results. And then we can actually serve somebody that tells us the same limitation. That's, for me, I was like, wow, when I started moving through my own fears and excuses, and I didn't let those fears hold me back, that's when everything changed for me. And that's what I want for you. but you're going to lean in to offer your potential client the same level of freedom that you receive from this right now because you want that for them. And not only does that feel good, it's a generous way to do business, but they also then move through the blocks that were holding them back towards moving forward working with you, and they see the value that you actually work different. I can't tell you how many people have done my program and they're like, wow, I didn't have faith in the coaching industry, or I did other programs and I didn't really get the results, and they did ICM and they're like, I feel so much more inspired. I have had the results that I want and I want to share and give this to other people. So I want that for you, and we're going to do that starting now. Okay, so type in the chat. We're going to play along as we go. We're going to loop it back to day one, okay? So that we really ground this with you claiming how much do you want to make in the next year. I want to encourage you to be specific and choose a number so that you start to think of creative ways that you could hit that goal by reverse engineering it, by thinking backwards around how could I do that? Does that align with how much I want to be working? And who else is doing that? How are they doing it? You start getting creative and resourceful when you see this. Yes. Okay, great. So choose a specific number, type it in the chat. And then as you do that, I want you to really get clear with and get resourceful. How have you made money in the past? I want you to list specifically how you've made and generated income for yourself. And it doesn't matter if you were a bartender, if you were a babysitter, a hairdresser, an interior designer. Start thinking of the ways that you have generated income for yourself. Why I'm doing this is so that you see that, again, you have options and that you've done it in the past. And a lot of the times I'll end up coaching people and they'll be like, okay, I've made 50,000 and now I want to make 100,000, but I don't want to work that hard. You need a better strategy. It's not just about doubling the amount that you work. You need a better strategy. And the better you are as a coach, or the better you are at your craft, your prices reflect that. And you feel more confident with that too. All right, great. So we've got people coming in saying 200,000, 144,000, 10K a month. Perfect. So we're all at different places of desire. So you get to really get clear about that. But now list what are the things that you've done to generate income. You've done admin work. You've worked for somebody else. Maybe you are an assistant. I want you to start seeing ways that you Reiki practitioner, pet sitter. Great. I want you to start seeing that you do have options, that you've done things before. And you're like, okay, I'm not a victim. I have done things. I could do things if I wanted to. And now I want you, before we get into any strategy about how you could step into this, and we're playing along so that you feel your power again, or you can coach your potential clients to step into their power. So if you are wanting to move into coaching, I want you to think about what is your offer. Is it one-to-ones? Is it, and if you're brand new, I do recommend one-to-ones to start. It's the easiest way. And I would say 3-month packages to start. So it could be 6 weeks to 12 weeks, but that's my biased opinion. If you're more experienced, you can do 6-month or year-long container if you like doing the deeper work. And my coaches typically will end up charging around $3K for 3 months, about midway through my certification program, because they feel confident in that. My experienced coaches go further. So graphic designer, photographer, artist, jewelry, coaching, mentorship, teacher, great. And so if you're a coach, what would be the offer you would want to focus on? And if you're thinking about, and I talked about this one of the other days, it was like, if you want to make $144,000 as a coach working part-time, you would just charge 12 people for an entire year, $1,000 a month for just 12 clients. And that could be for one-to-one, that could be for a group, a retreat, corporate. There's lots of variety with how you get to work with people, okay? If you're not a coach, I want you to start thinking about what are strategies, what is the offer, just to play along, around skills that you already have. I'd rather you not have to get a new job and develop more skills. You already have skills to generate income for yourself. Whether you are a piano teacher, you know another language, you could be a driver, there's so many things that you could do, but I'd rather you think about what are skills that I already have that I could use if I wanted to. We're not committing to anything yet. So let's just say maybe you're an interior designer and you want to help people beautify their home. Okay. So get creative with what you could do. Maybe you're wanting to do this as a coach. Maybe you want to do it in another profession. Write down in the chat what you would focus on, what's more alive for you. Healing sessions, teaching, therapy, research, consulting. Great. I love that. So now I want you to think backwards around who would benefit most from this offer. So if you're a coach, maybe you're like, oh, I really love mindset work. Maybe you want to take the certification to do somatic work because that's going to develop your range. But let's say you're a mindset coach and you're like, who could really benefit from mindset work? And you're thinking startups. Okay, startups are really focused on growing the company and maybe their relationships are hurting as a result. So then you think about putting yourself into a startup where you offer a workshop to the startup, leading with service, creating, even if there's, I remember I started doing workshops. I had like 8 people come to a workshop. I'd have each of them bring a friend, and I would create, I think one time towards the end, I started creating 2 clients from a workshop with like 12 people. And that was a $20,000 workshop. I made the workshop for free. I was charging $10,000 for 6-month packages. I created 2 clients from that. Okay. So you start seeing ways that you can do this. You have different pricing, you can have different structures. I coach and train you how to do all of that. So you actually help your clients feel like they're getting results. You're feeling confident about your work. But think about who could benefit from my services. So if you're a mindset coach, maybe startups. Or if you're not a coach and you do interior design, maybe you're thinking people that are craving newness. They want to change. They've been in their homes with COVID for way too long and they want something new. Or you think about an organization. This is about you tapping into other people's communities that are already established to share. It could be a workshop or a session with somebody to share your magic with them so that they start, you're creating that know, like, and trust factor that takes a really long time to do online. I do teach you how to do online work in my certification program if you want. It's just you want to manage your expectations because it's a longer path and it's more entrepreneurial, but you could do multiple 7 figures or 7 figures and beyond with online. It just takes longer. Okay, great. ADHD coaching. Great. So then you think about, I always want you to be thinking about being in integrity. I don't want you being that coach or that person that goes into other people's communities without permission from the founder. So don't go into a Facebook group or webinar and start pitching your services to other people. That's sleazy. Nobody wants to work with somebody that's sleazy, and there are more than enough clients for you. So what I would encourage you to do is maybe you even get permission and collaborate with the person that's the founder of that company or that group. And that person's really excited to offer your services to their company. And then you just give them a percentage of any clients that they create from it. Can you see that? So you could even, and I shared this on day 3, you could take, maybe you want to break into speaking. And there's a speaker who is already doing really well, but they can't take all the clients. If you collaborate with them, you could take some of the speaking gigs and give them a percentage of the ones that they sent to you for their, just to say thank you, and then have ongoing support. Yeah. So you share your work. You can just let it be easy so that you share your work with an organization, maybe that serves your same client, but from a different angle. So you plug into, let's say you love working with people and you also know that they love a company. Let me just think, like maybe there's a local juice bar and you know your people are really into health and wellness, or you do it with somebody bigger, like a Lululemon, or there's another bigger company. You can do small or big, it just depends. And you create one workshop. I would encourage you to keep it easy. Create one workshop that you can shop around to different companies so that it's refined and you have it in your bones. And then you can offer for the first, say, 5 people who fill out an application or reach out to me, you'll offer them a breakthrough session. And then my biased opinion is to offer them my 7-step clarity session so that they, this is my sales process where you're using your gifts to provide value, you're demonstrating the work, and you can create clients very easily that way. Okay, so the other thing you can do is you can tap into networking events or other professional associations and brands. So if you're, let's say, an interior designer, maybe you think of offering, showing before and after work photos, and you can collaborate with another brand that also serves. Again, I'm just using interior designer as an example. You can use any profession. Maybe you're a hairdresser. I always think about this because I love my hairdresser and I never think to offer her services. But if she tells me that If I know that my leads are coming from referrals, I'm going to set up a referral program. I'm going to be smart to like have those leads coming in regularly. So there's always going to be those people that are connectors, they talk. I'm one of those. When I love something, I can't help but share with other people. So I would create a referral program, and I teach how to do this in my certification program, so that either I am getting free haircuts and services from my hairdresser for X amount of people that I help bring her way, or I get a percentage of those leads that I'm sending her way. You want to reverse engineer things so that you're regularly having clients come to you and you make it a lot easier. So set up a business model where you're having those leads come to you and just keep taking care of your people. Help them see how they can go to their next level. Don't hide in familiarity, but call them forward into their next level. And as you're calling yourself forward and you're investing in yourself and you're continuing to grow, your clients can't help but continue to grow with you. So let's just think about this. So write down number 6, if you've created clients in the past, whether you're a coach or you're not, where did they come from? Type in the chat. I always want you to be tracking leads so you know the 80-20 rule. We've all heard this. When you do 20% of your actions, 80% of the results. What are those? Because then you can let go of the things that aren't, I used to put up flyers in like the co-op and all around town. I loved my willingness to test and experiment, but what actually helped, maybe it was referrals, word of mouth, inviting your clients to invite a friend and they get a discount when they join your offer. So think and test things out so that you're really, and it can be for piano. I see somebody here is with a piano, or if somebody is a writer. And so you want to get creative so that you can support your clients. And I'll open it up for coaching in just a little bit. But referrals are great because your happy paying clients have other friends that are already vetted and similar to be happy paying clients as well. So set up a referral program. I want you to always be tracking those leads. It's good for you. So you're not just like, I have clients, I don't have clients. You're doubling down on what works and you're removing and letting go of what doesn't. So you save your time and energy. Okay, awesome. Yeah, word of mouth, mutual friends, personal referrals, could be personal invitations, could be tapping into those audiences that already exist and offering a workshop, the same workshop again, but shopping it around. So it's easy for you and you just get better at it. So cool. And then, I'm even thinking of like, there's apps and things like Insight Timer. You could host a workshop on Insight Timer and tell the first 5 people that fill out a link, they get a breakthrough session with you. Again, this is about you tapping in, whether you live in Timbuktu and you don't know anyone there, or if you are, you want to tap into your audience or in your community, or you don't, you always have options. And I want you to start seeing that this is the quicker way to start creating clients rather than creating social media posts to build your own audience. That takes time and it takes money. And you can use your gifts creating money and making an impact right away, which also builds your confidence. It's my biased opinion. So I want you to type down in the chat, number 7, let's list 12, each of you, 12, I'm going to stretch you, 12 income generating ideas that you could do. You don't have to commit to it, but I want you to write down what are 12 things that you could do if you wanted to, just so you start seeing you have options. And a breakthrough session is my clarity session. It's my 7-step sales process where you're using your gifts to provide value to others. And and I want you, if you're exhausted, I want you to be strategic so that you're doubling down on the handful of things that work rather than having to do all of the things. It's fine in the beginning to test things, but once you know what your magic is, double down on that, and then you focus. Okay, you could sell stuff on eBay. I love it. Okay, good. You could have an upsell, right? Maybe you have a group program and your upsell is that you have one-to-one, they get personalized support. Or you could have a downsell. You could even do, instead of somebody that couldn't afford it, if it really was about money and you want to know if it was about money or not, instead of doing a 6-month package, you could do a 3-month package. Or if you already did a 3-month package, instead of doing weekly, you could do every other week. But just call them forward in that time off so they still are getting the support that they need. You're calling them forward to do homework in that time. You could do a VIP day. Yeah, a salon speaker or a speaker series or a salon. Awesome. You could run boot camps. You could do buy one, gift one. You could do a VIP day where it could be a full day intensive, or it could do a half day and then a 45-minute follow-up session, right? Obviously, you could reach out to past clients and offer them a breakthrough session to somebody in their life that they know this work would serve as a benefit for having worked with you, current or past clients. You could say you're doing something in the new year to give back, and you're offering this gifted session, this complimentary session to the first 5 people. If you have a social media audience, you can use it. So first 5 people who fill out an application qualify. You could also, start with the low hanging fruits, the things that are easy, that'll help you create momentum. I always say, if you start with one, let me just, as you guys are typing in, I want to give you another strategy. As you're creating conversations for one-to-one clients, if you get started this way, which is what I recommend, you're starting to create clients one-to-one. Those who couldn't afford it, you're going to put them on a wait list for a group. When your group opens, you would offer to them to take them into the group before the group's even publicly announced. And you let them know, I have 10 spaces in the group. I have 5 conversations coming up. Would you like to save this space before I publicly announce it? So you're sharing the limitation, you're calling them forward. And then when you announce the group, you're saying, it's already half full and I just publicly announced it. People want that more than they want. It doesn't look good for your marketing if you're like, I have a retreat or I have a group and no one has signed up yet. People want what's already popular. So if I only have 2 spaces left, or it's 50% sold out, it's going to get better momentum when you do share it online, if you do share it online by then. And again, you don't have to use any social media if you don't want to, but you could even do this in conversation with people. So yoga class, great. Okay, good. So I didn't see 12 from each of you. There's like the hundreds of you on here. I want to see 12 coached by friends so she can promote my services in exchange. Beautiful. Find that connector, offer them an experience, then they can share from the experience. And give people, there's certain things that work in sales and marketing, and you do it from an integrous place. Human behavior is that they need a reason to take action. So let them know if there are only X amount of spaces that you have. Let them know when the early bird special ends so that they can take action. Those things help move them in or off the fence. And then more you play with this, the easier it gets to start seeing results in your life, feeling empowered to be able to create clients. I love yours. Okay, vision board workshop, journaling workshops, women's retreats. This is the kind of energy I want to see. Good. Gardening. And I'm not saying you're going to do this, but you are just seeing that you have options so that you can feel into what you're capable of, your options, and then call your potential clients forward so that they're like, I can't afford it. I can't do it. It's like, no, you can. And here are your options. You could sell things online. You could take up a side hustle. You could become a driver, a virtual assistant. You could pet sit, right? Somebody on my team who's probably watching right now. I love it. She travels around the world. I don't know, I'm imagining, I'm just making it up, but if you travel around the world and you're sitting for pets, you can have free rent and you're getting paid for babysit or pet sitting. So I'm like, that's great. And you could work online. You could work from anywhere in the world. You always have options, and it's about getting creative. Great. So you're starting to see options for yourself. Okay. So now we're going to ground it into one action plan. What is something that you want to choose if you want to make more money for yourself? If that's something you want to even run as an experiment so that you see that you can, write down one thing that you want to create as an action plan. We created options, but what's the one thing you want to focus on? And so it could be that you gift 2 sessions a week until you fill your spaces. And you could gift it to your current or past clients. You could do workshops, and the next 5 people that do this breakthrough session, I'm biased towards my clarity session. This is my sales. Everything I teach in my certification program are the inner and outer things that I did to step into 300,000 profit my first year as a coach. And it's only expanded from there. So I share with you the inner and the outer so that you get results, again, held in the program to actually create clients, not just think about it. So type in the chat, what will you do as an actionable, grounded thing to get closer to your income goal as a result of this? And I would encourage you maybe you want to set up a referral program. Maybe you want to do 2 gifted sessions a week until you fill, and pitch on those sessions until you fill your set. And your breakthrough session is my 7-step clarity session. It's my sales process. I see you, Madison. So have a learning orientation to life. Learn from all of it so that you can actually not just take this boot camp to be like, cool, that was a thing I did, but it's like, no, I got this. Life meets us at our point of action. I want you to show up for and step into whatever it is that you want. Okay, cool. The referral program. I love it. Type it in the chat. I'm going to open it up to bring up a demo. I want you to write it. I want to speak at the senior center. Beautiful. I love how clear that is. Doing a workshop, partner with a friend who has 150,000 followers. Yes. And let them know that you'll offer them a percentage of any leads that you create through their marketing efforts. If a client refers one person, I will give them a discount on the next session. Yeah. Or maybe if they refer 5 people, they get a package with you, a smaller package. Always think about what other people value and then see how you can collaborate. So it's a long-term collaboration. You can have leads coming to you consistently, collaborate with experts. Think about organizations and other communities you can tap into. You can tap into YPO, Young Presidents Organization. They pay for their speakers. You could go to a golf, if people are always like, I want rich clients. It's not about that. It's about being really good at what you do and really good at sales. But you could go into a golf community, or you could go into a church or a yoga center. I've also had students who have had that one talk that I supported them with. I'm about to do a demo here in just a moment. They took that one talk and they shopped around to different yoga centers and they created clients that way. I mean, I have infinite ways in the certification program. I teach you 70 ways to create a client. So you never have to worry about, where do I find a client? It's about providing value. And if you see our world, we have infinite ways that we can provide value. People need support now more than ever. So good. Yeah. All right. Let me bring someone up to see. Let's see. It may glitch as I bring somebody up. The audio glitches out. Just give it a second. It'll refresh. Okay. Free training for job seekers. Great. You could do a workshop where you're like, here's how you update your resume. Another workshop, here's how you communicate what you do. You negotiate your fees. LinkedIn outreach. Love it, you guys. Okay, good. So you see, you have options. You don't need a client, and you can't, it's not that you can't afford it. You can choose to or choose not to. And as you embody this, you get better results, and then you can call your potential clients for it and bust through the misunderstanding that they can't afford it or they can't do it. They can, and you help yourself and your clients do this. Okay, let's do a session. She's here. Okay, she did see it, and I do have backup if she's not able to get service for some reason. We'll give her some love as she's coming in. Yay!
Hi everyone. Hello, Lisa.
I'm so happy this worked out. Thank you so much for your willingness to play. Yeah, of course. So I just wanted to offer a demo in support of the community, and I love that you've been playing. I'm just curious, is there a specific goal that you have that you want to step into?
Yes, I do want to break free from my full-time retail job because it's exhausting. And even though it is a sales job, I'm selling men's suits at Men's Warehouse, and it's gave me a good kind of idea of what sales are. Yeah. However, I want to free my time so I can do my artwork. And I had this great business idea of painting murals, like this beautiful thing.
Wow.
And I'm hesitant, and I know that I'm lacking the confidence in actually pushing sales. I try to do real estate, and this fear of making decision tool I was going over today was really helpful. And I was freaking out last night making decision. My peers like telling me it's lots of money, and they still like, if you feel like you gotta do it, then you gotta do it. And even if I never become a life coach, which spiritually I'm totally top 10, maybe I can actually line myself up to do the artwork with knowing how to do sales from the place of safety and confidence.
Beautiful. Well, first, I just want to acknowledge you to say that you're supporting yourself financially, doing retail work. And what I heard you say is like, well, I'm learning sales. So you're having a growth orientation. This isn't the end game, but you're at least learning and building a skill set as you move into something that feels more aligned, which what I hear is doing your art. And your artwork is beautiful, and I saw it online as well. And yeah, and you're going to use everything that you've ever done before to support you in this dream and in this mission. So I would love to hear the part of you that hesitates, the part of you that has a worry or concern. What comes up for you as you think about taking steps towards doing your art?
That I'm not going to be able to sell it for the high enough price value, that it just always that poor artist, starving artist kind of mindset. And even though I guess it came up when I tried to do real estate, but it was like that, just I'm not the best at that. So I'm really good at arts.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at spiritual work and coaching. I'm experiencing, as I'm applying what you're teaching just from free classes, I feel the work. I know that I can actually help other people to line themselves up with this because it's true. And I
Yeah.
know some people don't even believe it, and I don't necessarily want to push it on somebody. But if people come and they're like, "How did you do it?" I want to deliver to them like, "You can do that too."
Yeah. And you will do that by the integrity of you walking the path first, which you are here. And I want to honor you for that. And so I hear this push pull. And I think this is common for a lot of people, whether they want to do art or coaching or move into a different career. It's like, I'm doing the thing right now to pay for the bills. And I want to move towards the thing that is my dream, but I'm scared that I won't be able to make money from it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to take a moment to just acknowledge that a lot of people are in this place. So you are not alone. And in my method, we get to welcome the fear. There's wisdom within the fear. We're not trying to get rid of it. We're not trying to push over it. We're going to just slow down. So instead of just talking from the conscious mind with the foot on the gas, I want to slow us down to really talk about the brakes so that the part of you that's putting on the brakes is supported, because when the brakes are off, you naturally move towards what it is you want, right? You're here on day 7. So I get that from you. So if you just kind of close your eyes and just tune into the part of you that, as you think about taking steps towards going for your dreams, the part of you that's scared, that's saying, I don't know if I can make money from this. I don't know if this is going to work for me. Where do you notice that in your body?
My heart, my chest,
Yeah.
right here.
And yeah. And what's the feeling there?
It's pounding, it hurts. I have scoliosis right there, like rickets from the childhood, and that's what's been healing. It's been releasing lately.
Okay.
And this is what the most pressure I always feel here.
Great. Okay, so then we're just gonna just drop our awareness into this pressure in your chest and just get curious with it. We're not trying to get rid of it. We're just gonna say hello to it and just tune into if this is new or if this is familiar, this feeling here.
This feeling is familiar.
Yeah. And so
It
see if there's any images that go with that as you're tuning into and breathing into this sensation. Maybe there may be a past image from when you were younger, and there may not be. We're just getting curious. What goes with this? What's wanting to be seen and witnessed? Yeah, there's a smile.
I'm not sure how to interpret it, but it looks like a stump, a tree stump that was just cut off and naked.
Okay. Great. And you're visual, so this makes sense. So if that tree stump, so just be with this tree stump. And if this tree stump had words, what would it say if it could just speak unedited, authentic, raw? I feel.
I feel real. I feel here and now. I am allowed to be however I am. I I am allowed to take on any journey that I feel that is suitable for me. And whether others support me or not, I know that I can stay true to myself. I know that universe got me. And I welcome the fear, but I don't have to act on the fear. I get to choose to be my true authentic self.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like this stump is more resourced. This stump is like, I'm real, I'm confident, I'm willing to move forward through the fear. Is that accurate? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to thank the stump, and then we're going to go a little deeper, because I want to give space for the part that doesn't feel safe, the one that has the foot on the brakes, the one that has been with you for some time, to give that some airtime and space to actually be met, to secure the insecurity. Where's that one in your body?
It feels more in between the solar plexus and the heart chakra.
That's accurate. Yeah. And so as you tune into that sensation, just see if there's any images or memories or a time when you were younger that you felt this way. We're just getting curious. It doesn't have to be there, but we're going to presence if it is. This one that says, I'm scared, I'm not going to make it.
There's my little self that I've been working with, who's maybe 9, who's holding a little crystal of beautiful glowing red orange colors, and she's protecting it, holding
Mhm.
it really tightly.
Yeah.
And sometimes I connect with her, but she's still scared to get out in the world.
Yeah.
However,
And
she knows that everybody in the world also have the same crystal
yeah.
of different color, and we're meant to connect those crystals.
Yeah. And I love your resource that you can go into coaching her and talking to her that she to help become more resourceful. But I just want to just be with the part that doesn't know it, this little one that feels insecure or scared, without trying to get rid of or cheerlead into having a different experience. Is that okay to just to meet her for a moment with me right
Yeah.
here? Yeah. And if she could just express unedited first person, this is not parts work. This is about just speaking from and as this little one. What does she say if she were to be scared and just be raw and authentic? How do you hear it inside?
It feels like life is terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's terrifying. What else?
But I'm curious to explore. I want to see what else is there.
Yeah. And what do you need? What are you really wanting?
I want approval. I want to not feel judged.
Yeah. You want acceptance?
Yes,
Yeah. And maybe some safety?
definitely safety.
Yeah. And when you were younger, did you not feel safe? Did you feel judged?
A lot, and
Mhm.
punished
Yeah.
for something that may not be true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. And so if you were to be with her, if you were to just take a moment, so not being her, but just taking a moment to really, from your adult, more wise, loving self, what are the words that she needs to hear from you to feel safe, to feel accepted, to feel welcomed exactly as she is?
You don't need to change. I just want to hug you. Just know that you're gotten. Just, just, if you need to stay where you're at, stay there.
That's right.
If you
That's
feel
love.
safe,
Yeah, it's good breath. It's good to be, it's like you get to be there. I want to highlight, you get to be exactly where you are. You don't need to be any different.
I can accept you just the way you are,
Yeah.
and I love you.
Yeah. So sweet. See if she can receive that. See if she's taking that in.
She's reaching out her hands.
Uh-huh.
She's giving the hug back.
Yeah. So just
She's
take
no
a
longer
moment.
curled up.
So take a moment to just really let yourself receive that, to insource this, to feel that, to receive your own love and attention, safety with the breath, really welcoming it. Yeah, and there's some tenderness here, huh? Yeah, what's the feeling that's here?
Anxiety, some type of
Mhm.
anxiety, a little bit.
Okay. Where do you feel that in your body?
It's going up and down from my solar plexus up to my head in the
Okay.
heat.
Yeah. So great. Let that anxiety move through your body. Okay. Just we're going to meet the anxiety like you did your little one. And we're going to breathe into that anxiety, welcoming it while you open your awareness to also just notice the space around your body. So it's not just contained in your body. It gets to be here as much as it wants to be. The body knows exactly what to do. We're trusting that. Anxiety is feedback that the mind is telling you a story about the future. And so we're just coming into the body to regulate your system and open, allowing it, not trying to get rid of it. And as you fully let the moment be exactly as it is, as you open your awareness to also notice the space around your body, the walls in the room.
It feels expanded.
That's right. That's your center, that's your power. And is there space from this place to let anxiety be here?
I allow it to exist, but I don't take it in. It's not talking.
Yeah. So there's space for it. It doesn't take you out of the game. You stretch your capacity to be with it and you find your center in it. Is that right?
Yeah, I feel more, but I feel if I allow it to be, I feel more whole.
That's right. You're whole. It's whole because you've included it.
Yeah.
Most people think they have to reject a part of themselves, a thought, a sensation, but then they don't feel whole. And so as you say yes to all of it, you're expanding your capacity. You can feel your center, you can feel your wholeness that is always here. There's nothing you need to do to be more whole. It was just your relationship with the thoughts, with the sensations, with the feelings. What's coming up for you now? I see your face shifting.
My heart feels more at peace. It's calmed down. It was
That's
really
right.
pounding and nervous a few minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. So what is an insight you're learning from this? This is the mastery method. This is what I teach. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, behaviors, all of it gets to be accepted. And then you feel your wholeness. So what are you discovering? Ground it for yourself so you can take this. What are you realizing?
That I can allow myself to experience whatever feelings coming up and allowing them to come through me and accept them.
That's right. What you
Be with
accept.
them. Be with
Mhm.
them.
Yeah. And
Allow
when
them
you're,
to be space.
yeah. Yeah, you secure the insecurity. You offer them space. And then you feel whole instantly.
I can accept them being part of me and I become wholesome. I feel better.
That's right. That's yours. And I want you to get this, that as you take steps towards what you want, these thoughts, feelings, and sensations come up. This is not bad. This is normal. This is the price for admission. And as you start to do this inner work, then do you imagine, let me ask you, do you imagine you would be more powerful and successful from this place or from when we started?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been practicing this, and yet, as I was coming to making the commitment to the program, I went through this fear that I was freaking out. And I asked my guides to give me a clear yes or no sign. And this coaching call is what was my yes.
Yeah. You are supported. And I really want you to get from this place, you can take action that's in alignment much easier. You don't have to push through. The fear gets to be welcomed. There's wisdom inside of it. And then we take aligned action. And this is then where we bring the strategy where it's like, great, I want to do art and I want to do coaching if that's your truth. You can even use the program just to do art as well, because it's about confidence and clients. And so it's like, as you start clearing through this stuff, it's a lot easier to be consistent on your dreams, to not let anxiety take you out or the fearful thoughts. So you let this younger one, so emotionally, to give people a wrap so you can start to see it, emotionally, you're embracing the little one that feels scared. Somatically, you're breathing peace and acceptance. You're welcoming the fear, securing the insecurity. And while you're taking action, you can question the thoughts that create the anxiety while you're taking action. Not like, let me be perfect and never have any fears and then take action. That's not what this work is about. And so from here, what is a grounded step you could take to move forward that's in alignment with your dreams to support you in moving forward with your art in the world?
This was been on my mind. I feel like taking this program would be something that will help me to step into the grace that I've been searching for so long.
I would be honored to support you and hold you in this container. And we have had artists do this work. What a gift you are. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your trust in
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
everybody.
willingness to go live with us. What a gift. Let's give her some love here in the chat.
Thank you,
I can't
everybody.
wait to support your expansion in the program. What a gift. Yeah, so good. Yay. And you could put the X here at the top. Yeah. And I do want to unpack for you guys. So if you have questions about that, I saw some people saying this is IFS work. That's actually not accurate. I myself and IFS are inspired by Gestalt work. And so it's not Dick Schwartz's parts work. My emotional, I have 5 levels of change. The emotional work is closer to Gestalt. The difference with that is you're talking from, not to. So it's a very big difference. It's subtle, but it's very different. When you know these parts of you aren't who you are, then you can welcome them. So the inner child work is emotional mastery, but it's different than parts work. The somatic work is breathing into, welcoming, allowing it, feeling the calm while you allow all of it. The unconscious work we started doing in the beginning, the behavioral is taking action, and the mental, I would question the anxiety that comes up. And so I just want you to really get, yeah, I love Gestalt. All of it is beautiful. All of it has its place. And you want to know more than just one way of working with people so you can meet them exactly where they need to be met. And you will grow and evolve, and so will your clients. So when you have an integrated trauma-informed method, it supports you in going to your next level. But if you have any questions about what I just did, I'm happy to unravel it for you. And so if you feel called to do this work in the world on yourself and make an impact with others doing it for their lives, I want you to know that the ego is always going to say, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or not, now is not the right time. I don't feel ready. I want to just lovingly call you forward that we do the work inside the program so that you honor the calling of your heart. And whatever the calling is, I want to encourage you to be all in on going for it so that you can do it by having the tools to get out of your own way, but to dare following your heart in the name of discovering what you're really capable of. And as you do that and step into your next level, you start to clear all this stuff that has held you back at the root. And then it doesn't show up differently in your relationships, in your health, and in your business. And so we really support you in working it at the root with self-worth so that you lead, you parent, you love differently. And so I just want to speak to, if you're somebody who's like, maybe this isn't the perfect time, or can I really do this? All of that is normal. And so anytime you're about to make a big transformational jump in your life and in your business, you pass through this exact moment. Everyone meets this. Those that are successful are the ones that keep moving forward. They don't let fear be an excuse to hold them back. I want to help you welcome the fear. If there is fear, I always tell my clients, I want you to be scared and excited. And if there is fear, listen to the wisdom inside of it. I think this was a beautiful demo to see, how do I be with this so that you don't let it take you out of the game? You listen to the wisdom inside of it and you upgrade. How could I support myself financially and follow my dreams? And then you start thinking of creative, better ideas to be able to do that. And the resistance that comes up is normal. So if you're like, I'm scared of putting myself out there, or I'm second guessing myself, if there's any resistance, you're not alone. And I hope that this demo helps you see how you can work it at the root so that you're supported. I'm an ICM grad and going into second year. I just yeah, beautiful. Okay, so, and I can coach you guys in just a moment, but I just want to share that this program is not for people that are like, I need certainty. I need to feel totally certain. This is about you taking your power back to use the tools to feel a deeper, you secure the insecurity, and then you move forward on whatever it is you want. Entrepreneurship, there's going to be uncertainty always. And so as you learn the tools to navigate it, you're going to be more powerful, you're going to be more successful, and a lot more regulated in the process. And so if you're like, I've done another program before, I want to lovingly call you forward to say, for one, watch the fear of failure training. For two, I don't know what other programs teach, but I know most of them don't teach. How do you create clients while you're held in the program without having to use social media? That's a lot quicker. And so use the strategies and things that I'm sharing here, day 3, and in the program. As soon as you get started, you can start creating clients. Our clients make their investments back and then some. Again, I said over 51% make more or double their income from the program, so that you really don't just learn it, but you're held to actually heal any of the stories around receiving for your beautiful work. No more pro bono work. This is about you receiving, and we help you, and we actually give you clients in the program. We have you trade your family and friends so you start practicing without having to use your family and friends. And so I will open it up to coaching, but other people, I want to say, are afraid of like being seen or putting themselves out there. And I get it, it's vulnerable. But again, as you have the tools to embrace the fear, you feel your freedom. And that's what I want for you. Other people have fear of being successful. And this is the thing that's telling you that you're on the other, you're about to hit a breakthrough. Like you're on the brink of that. And so as you have the courage to follow your heart, to really step into the next level of yourself, those things come up. And use the tools so that you feel free and that you can really more easily follow your heart. No more pro bono. No more. No more. It's good to be generous, and it's good to have boundaries. So I want to support you in that. And some people are like, I don't feel ready. Ready isn't a feeling. Ready is a choice. So if you are interested in joining us or learning more about the program, type apply or go to alyssabriga.com/apply to learn more. We've opened up calls with our team so that you can ask them your questions. They'll be here to hold you to find your clarity and truth. You can also DM me. I'm here and available. I want you to be supported every step of the way. This is the level of white glove service that we offer. The fear of failure training was on, I think it was day 5. So watch that. That was great. But you are your best investment. Your life gets better. You serve more people. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And this is the last time we're opening doors for an entire year. So doors close February 12th, but the sooner you get in, the better, because then we start the module 1. We onboard people for February 9th. The first coaching call with me is coming up as well. But we do have calls with our team. There's no obligation to join. That we're just holding space for you to find your clarity and truth. You don't need to do this alone. There is support for you. Is it possible to have a deeper conversation about the coaching program? Yes. So when you apply, once you're accepted, if you're accepted, you'll get a link to book a call with my team. You can DM me, you can book a call with my team. We are here and available for you. You are your best investment. I love that you've joined. And the replays, if you have not seen them, just comment alyssabriga.com/bootcamp, and you can binge all the replays before February 10th. We are closing them end of day, February 10th. And those of you who have joined, I am so honored, so excited to be able to personally hold you through your next level of expansion. We're in the year of the horse coming up. This is about really showing up to follow your dreams and doing the work to get free along the way. And I would be honored to support you. And for those of you who have done this, yes, all the things, bootcamp. Let me see if there's any questions, because I can answer a few before. So $1,000 a client a month. Can you break it down? It's $200 an hour. Okay, so we do that in the program so that you know how much to charge, how to design your offers so you actually create results for your clients. You also, if you're brand new, that I say don't do more than 3 months, because when you're in the program, I help you understand how to overcome the 3-month doubt and dip, where people start to question themselves at that point. So you actually have them lean in when they want to lean out, and they get more results with you. I don't just tell you how to do this, I demonstrate it throughout the whole program. I'm a watcher doer. So I've designed the entire certification program to imagine as if you were a one-to-one private high ticket client with me. And we start with how I would start with mindset work. So you build the relationship, the safety to go deeper, then into somatic and emotional work. And we teach you sales throughout for those that are ready. But you want to be able to create your containers. Like in the very beginning of ICM, I say, if you were to bail on yourself, if you were not to be successful, how would you do it? And then you'll tell me the ways, and then I'll help you create a game plan so it's bulletproof and you actually change your patterns and be successful with us in the program. And we have student coordinators who are following up with you, willing to get on Zoom calls. Like we hold you through this so that you are being called forward into what you're actually capable of, doing the inner work along doing the outer work. And but I want you to create your packages like that with your clients so that you're getting results, creating new ways of being, not just with me so you're successful in my program, but that you're successful afterwards as well. And again, we have a 35% re-enrollment rate this year. People love this program so much that they take it 2-3 years and beyond. So we have incredible, this is not like the first year we've done it. We have real stats and results from our students. And so I would encourage you, I can't afford it. The whole reason I just did this training was for you never to say that again, so that you know that you can or you choose not to. Not a victim stance that you can't. I want to call you forward into what you're capable of. Watch this again. You guys are so You were in my cohort. Yay! It's so fun. I love some of my grads are here. Could this program benefit real estate agents? Actually, yes. I've had a lot of real estate agents do it because it's about confidence and clients. As long as you're interested in personal development work, yes. Feel free to DM me any questions. Again, comment, apply here on the live or the replay. And I would be honored to support you. It would be such a gift. You do not need a niche if you are not using social media to create clients. When you go online to create clients and post regularly, you need a niche. If you don't want to use social media, you want to create clients faster, feel more confident, start making money, you don't need a niche. And if you don't see the link to get a call and you've been accepted, email support@alyssanobriga.com. I'm so honored for those of you who have joined. And if you didn't join, I hope that this work, that you take it, you run with it, you change your life, and it creates a ripple effect throughout the world. What a gift to spend these 7 days with you guys. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here. You can DM me, or again, come and apply. My team and I are here for you every step of the way. This is the last time we open doors until 2027. So this is it. I want to lovingly call you forward to whatever it is that's a full body yes. You can trust your yes. Just welcome the fear and you'll hear the clarity. Sending you guys my love.